It's a little weird for us to get an award. We're a non-competitive festival, so part of our manifesto is that people shouldn't give out awards.
But Cucalorus director Dan Brawley says it's nice to be the one getting recognized.
We spend all of our time celebrating what other people do. That's our job. Our job is to find filmmakers who are making really exciting works and celebrate them. So every once in a while, to have somebody give us a pat on the back, it feels pretty good.
Preparing for the Cucalorus Film Festival each fall is a year-long project for the 15 unpaid staff members. Plans are made a couple years in advance. When November rolls around, Hollywood East becomes an international hub for filmmakers.
Maybe you're not at a screening, but maybe you're hanging out at a coffee shop or at a restaurant, and the guy at the table next to you is a German cinematographer, and the person on the other side is a artist from Italy. And I think that's one of the things that Cucalorus does for the community, is it kind of for 5 days Wilmington breaks out of its small town mold and feels like this really exciting urban, contemporary place.
Cucalorus has been a part of the community for 15 years, and it's received several national accolades. Even if there are no awards or a red carpet, it looks like a bright future for the film festival and the star of the show.
We've built a really good festival that has a great reputation, and we're kind of ready to open it up to a larger audience. And I think this award is just an indication that we're on the right track.
In Wilmington, Haley Winslow, WWAY News Channel 3.
I think that a good part of the reason that we are all here today, both as participants in this event as well as residents in Wilmington, is because we share a feeling that there is something special about Wilmington and that something special is going on here. Somehow the combination of the beach, downtown and the river, the weather, and all the great people that have chosen to come here or stay here has produced a creative energy that we are all feeding from, in which, despite the recession, seems to be picking up its momentum on a daily basis. To my mind, nothing better represents what Wilmington has become and the promise that it holds for the future than Wilmington's own Cucalorus Film Festival, which Dan Brawley, almost single-handedly, helped start, has nurtured, and has willed into one of the premier film festivals in the country and the world. In 1994, when Cucalorus began, there were a handful of film festivals in the United States and even fewer around the world. Today there are thousands. Yet of those thousands, Cucalorus is one of the longest running and has consistently been ranked amongst the top several festivals in the country. How is it that Cucalorus has managed to endure and to grow over the years while so many others have come and gone? The fact that Wilmington is such a great place to come and watch movies has certainly helped. But even more than that has been Dan's unique concept of what a film festival based in Wilmington, North Carolina should be, and his skill and determination in translating that vision into reality. And it is this rare ability, as we all know, which is the essence of entrepreneurship. Unlike almost all other film festivals, Cucalorus doesn't pick a winner. Dan's vision has consistently been that Cucalorus should be more about creating a temporary community that comes together to share an extraordinary experience as opposed to trying to pick amongst a fruit salad of apples, oranges, and assorted other fruits and vegetables. So Dan has been free to focus instead on curating a film festival with an eye on creating a unique and varied viewing experience. And in this case, that has made the Cucalorus Visitor the winner, which is why they keep coming back year after year. Dan and his team sold over 10,000 tickets to Cucalorus last year, which is a number that year after year keeps going up. Dan's community has voted time and time again with their feet, their wallets, and with their eyeballs. Cucalorus keeps getting bigger and better, and I'm sure that the best is yet to come. With any luck, in 20 years, they will be telling the story of how Wilmington has emerged from its humble beginnings as a sleepy little beach town to one of the most important cultural and entrepreneurial centers on the East Coast. When that happens, the story is going to start with how the film industry first came to Wilmington and how soon thereafter, Dan Brawley, driven by his entrepreneurial flair and love of film, started the Cucalorus Film Festival, which over the years has grown from a casual assembly of local film buffs to become one of the great film festivals of the United States. Dan and the Cucalorus Film Festival will be recognized as one of the first major successes to put Wilmington, North Carolina on the map. It's my great honor and pleasure to present the winner of the Film Coastal Entrepreneur of the Year Award to Dan Brawley and Wilmington's own Cucalorus Film Festival. Great job, man. Get out of here.
Thank you, Fred. And first, I'd like to thank my parents. All four of them are here. If you'd like to know more about that story, I can tell you that later. Wilmington was a little weird in the 1970s. I'd also like to thank my partner in crime, Dixon Stetler, who is here and who has been sort of a creative force in her own right in Wilmington in the arts. And of course, I'd like to thank Rob and everybody at the Greater Wilmington Business Journal for what they do. You know, I never thought as an art student in college that I would actually be interested in reading anything called the Business Journal, but I'll have to admit that I am eager every time that it comes out, and I check it out. So I really appreciate the work that you guys are doing in the community. I get a lot of credit for things that I don't do frequently. It's part of my job, I guess, but Cucalorus was started in 1994 by a group of filmmakers called Twinkle Dune. And I was lucky enough to get sucked into the energy and become part of it. But the real credit goes to the hundreds of volunteers who make it possible every year. People from all walks of life who come together and donate their time and energy to make this film festival happen, and who really have the vision that Wilmington should have one of the best film festivals in the country. We also have close to 100 sponsors, local businesses who give their hard-earned money to make sure that our festival continues. UNCW is one of those key sponsors, and the city of Wilmington, even in these difficult economic times, has had the vision to support Cucalorus. Speaking of that, we are accepting donations today. We take large donations, and we take very large donations. So if you're interested in sponsoring Cucalorus, let us know. So it's an honor for us to be here, and we really appreciate everybody coming out and supporting what we're doing and the rest of the entrepreneurs. Thanks again.